For this video discussion, the examples in this video are two types. It revolves around first, the evaluating definite integrals, and second is finding the area bounded by the given curve. So in this video, we're going to explore 5 examples that talks about or solves problems about evaluating definite integrals and problems about finding the area bounded by the given curve. So let's proceed to our first example. So for our example 1, this problem is all about solving or evaluating a definite integral. So we have here the integral of 8 minus t squared with respect to t from negative 2 to 1. So the first step in solving this problem is to split the integral into two simple parts. So we're going to split it into 2, which is the integral of 8 with respect to t minus the integral of t squared with respect to t. So the next step is to find the integral of each part. So the integral of 8 with respect to t is 8t, and the integral of t squared with respect to t by using the power rule of integration is equal to t cubed over 3. So now, after using the power rule of integration, we can now evaluate the definite integral using the limits of integration. We have here x is equal to negative 2 as our lower limit, and x equal to 1 as our upper limit. So the next step is to substitute our upper limit to 8t. So we have here 8 times 1 minus 8t, and the t, we will substitute our lower limit, which is negative 2. So we have here 8 times 1 minus 8 times negative and minus 8 times negative 2. So 8 times 1 is 8. Negative 8 times negative 2 is positive 16. So we're going to add 8 plus 16, and we have 24. So after evaluating the definite integral, we have here 24 for 8t. And next is t cubed over 3 from negative 2 to 1. So we're just gonna use the limits of integration. We have here negative 2 as our lower limit and 1 as our upper limit. So same process will be used, and we have here 1 cubed over 3 because 1 is our upper limit minus negative 2 cubed over 3 because negative 2 is our lower limit. So if we're going to subtract it, we have here 3. So the next step is to subtract the result of each part. So we have 24 minus 3 is equal to 21. So 21 is our answer for example number 1. So let's proceed to our example number 2. So example number 2, we have here y is equal to square root of x. So for this type of problem, it is about finding the area of the area under the curve. So first, the first step in solving this type of problem is to write the formula for the area under the curve. So the formula is integral of square root of x with respect to x from 0 to 9. So our integral is still in radical form. So the next step is to rewrite the integral in power form. So we have the integral of square root of x with respect to x will be rewritten in power form, which is equal to integral of x raised to 1 over 2 with respect to x. So now, let's proceed to the next step, which is applying the power rule of integration. So, after integrating uh, the integral of x raised to 1 half with respect to x, we have here 2 over 3x raised to 3 over 2. So the next step in solving this type of problem is to evaluate the definite integral using the limits of integration. We have here the lower limit, which is equal to 0, and our upper limit is 9. So we have here so the next step is 2 over 3 times 9 raised to 3 over 2, because 9 is our upper limit, subtracted by 2 over 3 times 0 raised to 3 over 2, and 0 is our lower limit. So we're just gonna subtract. So next we have here 2 over 3 times 27 minus 0, and the final answer is equal to 18. So that's how we solve this type of problem. So our example 3. So for our example 3, we have here the integral of cosine x with respect to x from 0 to pi over 2. So this type of problem is about evaluating definite integrals. So the first step is to find the integral of cosine x with respect to x, which is equal to sine x. And now we can proceed in evaluating the definite integral using the limits of integration. So the limits of integration for this example is, we have here the lower limit, which is equal to 0, and our upper limit is equal to pi over 2. So we have here sine times pi over 2. Pi over 2 is our upper limit, minus sine 0, because 0 is our lower limit. So sine pi over 2 is equal to 1. Sine 0 is equal to 0. 1 minus 0 is equal to 1. Therefore, the answer for this example is equal to 1. So that was kind of easy. So the next example number 4, is about finding the area bounded by a given curve. So it is quite different from our example 3. So the problem here is y equals to x cubed. So once again, the first step in solving problems about finding the area bounded by the given curve starts by writing the formula for the area under the curve, which is the integral of x cubed with respect to x from 0 to 1. So now we're going to find the integral of x cubed with respect to x by using or applying the power rule of integration. So after using that, we have here x raised to 4 over 4. And the next step in solving this problem is to evaluate the definite integral using the limits of integration. So the limits of integration for this example, we have here the lower limit, which is equal to 0, and the upper limit is equal to 1. So we have here 1 raised to 4 over 4. because 1 is our upper limit, subtracted by 0 over 4, 0 raised to 4 over 4, because 0 is our lower limit. And after substitution, we can now apply the next step is to apply the operations. So 1 raised to 4 is still 1 over 4 minus 0, because 0 raised to 0 is 0 over 4 is still 0. So we have here 1/4 minus 0, and the final answer is equal to 1/4. And for our last example is evaluating definite integral. So the integral of the quantity of x cubed minus x with respect to x from -1 to 1. So the first step is to split it into two parts. So after doing that, we have here integral of x cubed with respect to x minus the integral of x with respect to x. So now we're going to apply the power rule of integration for each part. So we have here the integral of x cubed with respect to x. So after using the power rule of integration, we have here x raised to 4 over 4. Next is we're going to apply power rule of integration for the integral of x with respect to x. And after using that, we have x squared over 2. So the next step in solving this type of problem is to evaluate the definite integral using the limits of integration. So the limits of integration for this problem is we have the lower limit, which is equal to -1, and our upper limit is 1. So let's evaluate x raised to 4 over 4 from -1 to 1. So we have here 1 raised to 4 over 4, because 1 is our upper limit, minus -1 raised to 4 over 4, because -1 is our lower limit. So -1/4 minus 1/4 is equal to 0. So next is we're going to evaluate x squared over 2 from -1 to 1. So we have here 1 squared over 2, because 1 is our upper limit, and subtract it by -1 squared over 2, because -1 is our lower limit. So 1/2 minus 1/2 is still equal to 0. So the answer for this example, or for our example 5, is 0. So that concludes our examples for this video discussion about evaluating definite integrals and finding the area bounded by the given curve. That's all. Thank you.